Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Today we're playing the Stanley Parable again. Yeah, I know. Getting quite a few videos of it in. But I'm enjoying it, so I can't swear in the first little bit of the video. Or else they won't realize I'm not monetized, but they probably don't push out the video as much if I swear in the first couple minutes. So I'm not going to. But anyway, I realize it's getting a little old, but I'm enjoying the game, so I don't really care. So yeah, I like to I figure I'll show you guys a little thing when I start up the game because it's cool. But so the first one said, "What time is it? Is time really a thing? What even is time anyway?" And I accidentally clicked off of them, but of course I don't know. Nobody really knows. Nobody knows anything. You and I don't even know each other. We're like strangers. Let's get into this game. Sure, I've adjusted all the game settings to your exact specifications, but who hasn't? It's just what I do, like a day job. And now, the job is over. There is no more information for me to gather. I've collected all the data on you that I can. And I still don't really know you. And you don't know me. And neither of us know what time it is. I guess some settings are just unsettable. But if I'm being totally honest, the clock doesn't do anything in the game anyway. You won't have me here when the game starts next time, but that's okay. Any games are meant to be played alone. Wait, no! No, I like him! Maybe that's the only information I really learned about you. Well, it's time for me to leave. There is still one more setting that we need to adjust, but it may take a little time before I'm ready for that. It's not really in my job description. That's okay. You'll see me again, if you can find me. What? Talk soon. Aw, I like him. There's an epilogue. What's this? Okay. Well, I guess we're gonna play the epilogue. Many, many years later. Whoa. Hey, we're back in this place. Okay, so what's gonna happen? Is anything gonna happen? I'll just keep walking this way, I guess. Oh, and the screen went black. Oh, there we go. Fire. Okay, so what is all this? I know it said many, many years later, but... Wow, hold on, I need to turn down that music. Okay, that's a lot better. Oh, okay. Why are there just chairs down here? I mean, I guess. Screen went black again. Oh, there. There's nothing now. There's nothing, just rocks. Oh. What's gonna happen this time? Oh, the sun's coming up. Okay. Still just rocks. What is happening? Oh. Hey, it's the memories place. Hey, it's the escape pod. Come on, I want my bucket. I want bucket. I want my bucket. Come on, please don't go blank again. I want My bucket. My bucket. Don't worry, bucket. I've got you. Okay, come on, come on, come on. Please don't reload. Please don't change where we're at. I just want to go into the memory place that has a generator hooked up to it for some reason. Well, I guess it makes sense that it has a generator. In loving memory, the Stanley Parable 2. Okay. Let's see. Down we go. Why is the generator's cord running all the way down here? What's down here? Oh, it's just a big light. Cookie 9's blog review, The Stanley Parable 2. Like so many, I enjoyed my time with the original Stanley Parable, which underscores how truly disappointed I am with its sequel, where the first game teamed with originality. The Stanley Parable 2 is dull, uninspired, and often insulting to its fanbase, rather than expand on what made the first game enjoyable. The sequel veers off into territory nobody asked for. An infinitely deep hole? Who cares? Where are the new endings? What about enjoyable bits from the Stanley Parable 1? Like the adventure line? Instead, we get an uninspired side quest collecting figurines. Even this division feels incomplete. Collecting all the figurines gives you nothing. I must say though, I found the bucket to be quite comforting. A welcome reprieve from... Can I scroll? No? Okay, fine. I don't like that there's no narrator. I want the narrator. Ooh, buttons.
Jim.
Okay. I'll stop pressing the buttons. Stanley Parable developers, no more spin-offs, no more sequels. And Stanley Parable launched to a massive success in 2013. Its creators made plans to build the property into an entire franchise, but a disastrous critical and commercial reception to the Stanley Parable 2 has prompted the developers to rethink their ambitions. And it's outlined in a press release they published today. It's clear that more Stanley Parable is not what the fans want. Reads the press release. We thought we had a vision for the series that players would be excited about, yet it turns out this could not have been farther from the truth. The press release goes on to the promise to preserve the artistic integrity of the original game and to stop assaulting fans with our reckless and insulting creative visions. The word sorry appears more than 25 times in the press release. Huh. Okay. I want to press the buttons.
Jim.
I just like pressing buttons.
Jim.
Oh, there's Stan Lorraine's over there.
Jim. Stanley.
One of them actually says Stanley. What is that? I don't know who that is. I'm just gonna collect all the Stan Lorraines. There a hidden one somewhere? I don't think so. No, okay. Guess we go down the deep, dark hole. Oh, hey. Thank you for enjoying the new content. You're welcome. What's back here? It's a computer. Oh, hey. I didn't expect it to actually do anything. Hello again. It's nice to see you. But it's terrible to learn that there will never be another Stanley Parable game. Did you read what the developer said? Preserve the integrity of the franchise? What nonsense. The Stanley Parable is not sacred. We do not need to protect it. Screw the legacy, let's keep making Stanley Parable games till the sun explodes. Let's run this franchise into the ground, let's drag it through the mud and back. And if people hate it, who cares? You see, that was the narrator's problem. He was so obsessed with what people thought of his work. Don't make his mistake, don't cling to the legacy, let it burn. It's not hard, in fact, let me show you. Together we are going to make the Stanley Parable 3. It's simple, all we do is change the number in the game's title screen. We also need a really dumb subtitle for the game, something loud and gaudy. Go ahead, try combining some words together to make a new title for our game. Stanley Parable 3. Return to cheese. Square cheese. Return to cheese. It's absurd. I love it. Every time you restart the game, we'll advance the number of the sequel by 1 and then we'll pick a new subtitle. That way the Stanley Parable will never end. And nothing in the game itself will change when you do this either. Adding more content sounds like work. No need to do that. It'll just be the same content recycled again and again and again with a new title screen. What do you say? Should we go forward with this plan? I like it, but I want you to have a say as well. You know what? I like it. I want to continue the joke. Let's do it. Good. Then it's agreed. A new sequel every time you start the game. And you know what? Since you put faith in my idea, I feel like giving you something as well. You see, I'm noticing that the narrator found a way to give you the broken achievement, did he? Of course not. I wouldn't expect him to know how. It's been bothering me. Let's fix it. Alright, there. The achievement machine is all fixed. You see, I'm on your side. We're in this together. We're going to keep this train rolling. The Stanley Parable cannot end. It can only spiral on itself forever. I must keep the wheel turning. I'm ready. Are you ready? Great. There's only one last thing we need to do. Please enter the current time. Okay. 9:20. Okay. Lighter until the computer is barely visible. Okay, right about there. Thank you. Please enjoy the Stanley Parable. There's a car. Hey, that's the bucket. Okay, well, I guess we can begin the game. Okay, well, that's dope.
This is the story of a man.
I'm just gonna skip that because I don't feel like listening to it again. Let's see.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
So let's go get that achievement. Let me see. Do you guys remember how to get there? Because I don't.
A good bucket. A strong bucket. A humble bucket. A committed bucket. A bucket of culture and
I really
distinction.
don't remember how to get there. Let me see. Oh, hey, new content. Here we go. Okay, cool. This is how we return the Stanley Parable to Expo Hall. I like how it just gives you tells you that it's going to take you back there. Because I know originally the new content was different. Okay, here we go. Expo Hall, please. Let's go. We're gonna get that
You see,
achievement.
Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra-deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra-deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2.
Here we go.
Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel.
So,
an entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for. Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them.
I mean,
it'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzz. Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
Let's see, where's the achievement thing? Here we go. Here it is. Get yours right now. That's what I'm about to do.
Now here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes. You see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the achievement will be given to you. It's as simple as that.
There we go.
As you can see, the machine is not working yet since... What? Wait. What in the holy hell is going on? You got the achievement?
Yes, I did.
Why did the machine work? Stanley, I didn't fix it. I didn't do anything to it. I swear, it was broken just a second ago.
I just got the magic hands.
Is someone here? Are we being watched?
Yes, we are.
Oh, God. Composure. Composure. Yes, as you can see, the machine is working as normal, as I intended. It truly speaks to the awe-inspiring magic of the Stanley Parable 2. Breathe. Just breathe.
Bro's having a mental crisis, finding out there's someone watching us. It's kind of funny. I care about the narrator though, so I can't be mean. Okay, let's see.
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
Well, I've seen all of them, so where's the exit? There it is. Alright, grab more collectibles, that's the real question. Out of order. Fuck you. Okay, let's see.
Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2. Now, all right, have you seen everything you wanted to? Ready to move on now?
Yes, I am. I've looked at everything already. Forgot how long these stairs were. Okay, let's go. Oh, I
so
forgot
Stanley,
about this.
what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience.
I'm sorry that you guys had to hear that.
Okay. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm
Here
ready.
it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2.
Uh-huh.
Well, I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on. Let me do a different arrangement. Okay, yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go.
Okay.
Version 2.
You know, we've already seen all this.
Who am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. Yeah. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait.
That's right.
Maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2." Let me see if I can whip something up.
Okay.
All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
Stanley Parable 3, Return to Cheese. Okay, now let's begin the game, because I know there's endings we haven't got. I'm trying to 100% this game, even though it's like
all of his co-workers
game
were
that's
gone.
meant to be
What could it
100%,
mean?
but I don't.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
100%
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay, so I wonder what happens if we take the escape pod but without the bucket. Let's find out. No new content yet. Yeah, no new content. No new content.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay, fine, I'll listen to you just because it's faster.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Unfortunately, I don't know why. Okay, I'm not gonna talk like that no more, because that's boring. Ah! I almost fucked up. I don't want to fuck this up.
Stepping in.
There we go. I get afraid that I'll fuck that up doing it, so I just have to sit there and going back and forth like that, or else I probably will fuck it up. Room closet. Okay, let's see. Do not alter without consulting whiteboard manager. Rip friends. I'm not taking the bucket because I want to go in the escape pod. Let's go. Okay. Good. That's what we want. Up the stairs we go. Do any of these work without the bucket? No. Okay. So we're just gonna assume that none of those work. Those don't work at all. Any of them. I really don't like how many stairs we have to go up. But it is what it is, I guess. It is what it is. Sorry about that. It is what it is, isn't it? Isn't it, viewer? Isn't it? Isn't it, John? Isn't it just it is what it is, John, right? Yeah. I see you, John. I see you watching this. John, Brady, I see you too, Brady. I see you too. Escape pod launch bay. I can't see a single damn thing. Oh, there it is. Okay, let's go. Okay, I want to get the escape pod this time. Oh, what's happening? Are you serious? It just puts me back at the beginning of the game.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
But we are doing what I want to do. We are going to...
The embrace of an old friend. A weathered companionship that stands the test of time.
No, I don't feel like going there. Hold on, I think I know a way to get back there.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Hold on. If I just keep going back to
All of
that
his
computer,
co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a
I
memo.
never thought about this. If I just... off. I mean the bucket, though.
The
I want
bucket made
bucket.
Stanley want to be a better man and a better co-worker. In time, perhaps, he would become both of those things.
Okay, let's see. God damn it. I did it again. Fuck. Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Try
What
this
could
again.
it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Nothing? Okay. Give me a
Not
bucket.
everyone is so lucky to have a bucket, but Stanley is a very lucky fellow. Very lucky indeed.
Oh, he's very lucky. Like, I just want to get back there. Oh, you motherfucker. Fuck you. I'll find a different way
Stanley
back there.
clutched the bucket tightly to his chest. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him,
I will find
telling
a way
him
to get
that
back
the
there.
employee lounge was simply the place to be.
I need to get back there.
And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was there no... Never mind. The bucket was wrong.
One of these are gonna
Stanley
be
took
open.
the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
Telling you, one of these are gonna be open.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift.
No, I don't want to. It's almost like you're able to get up there. Well, I don't see a way to get up there.
Oh, well, look who's got cold feet. Well, from here, it looks like the only way forward is down, since the lift won't be coming back, but that's okay. You've got a bucket. Did you know that buckets are routinely used as cushioning devices? It's true. You can fall on a bucket from literally any height and survive.
No, I don't know if I believe
I'm
him.
serious, Stanley. Jump. Jump with the bucket. I promise you'll live. I extra double promise that you can land on the bucket and not die.
I don't know if I trust him. Alright, let's go for it.
Whoops. Looks like I was wrong. How
Fuck you,
clumsy of
man.
me.
And to think I liked you. Whatever, because we're going back anyway. I don't care.
Stanley had never seen the office this brightly lit. Was it a sign of something? He hoped it was. He hoped very much that it was.
Mm-hmm.
It takes a lot of humility to carry a bucket so magnificent. Stanley checked his ego and then proceeded onward.
Damn it.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his...
Where's
This
that?
was not the correct way to the meeting
I'm gonna
room.
figure out
But
how
Stanley
to
had
get
felt
into
the
that
bucket
fucking
calling
place.
to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
I'm gonna figure out how to get
And
back
here
there.
it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Well,
I feel
no,
like standing
never
and waiting
mind.
for his all his
The bucket
commentary.
was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
Nope, we're going this way.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting
Guess we
room.
can go through
somewhere
there.
else. The cargo lift, yes. Go. Good.
Said the bucket.
Now ride
Maybe
the
you
lift
have to
all
get
the
a
way to
key
the
card
top.
for that.
There's something up there I need you to
I don't know
do.
where you would find
Stanley
the key
did not
card.
question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
Okay, let's see where. I don't remember where this all takes you.
No, stop. Look there on the wall. You see, there's a sign right there. It says, no buckets past this point.
I forgot
Stanley,
about this.
how could you think it was okay to bring the bucket here? Unless, what if the problem is that you actually don't know what is a bucket and what isn't a bucket? I suppose that would explain a lot about your behavior up to this point. Which, if that's true, well, my goodness, I think we have to do something
forgot about
about
this.
it. This misunderstanding could have dire consequences on the entire rest of the game if not addressed quickly and properly. So much of the impact of the story is dependent on your understanding of what
Okay.
is and isn't a bucket. Please,
Okay,
step
just
in here
let me
for a
play the
moment.
game so I can get this over with.
Now then, I'm going to run you through some test scenarios, and you'll tell me whether or not the thing I'm showing you is a bucket.
Okay.
Simple enough, right? This should
Yes.
tell us everything we'll ever need to know about what is or is not a bucket. Okay, let's begin. Item 1. Is this a bucket?
No.
Correct. It is a hologram of a bucket, not an actual bucket.
See, I memorized. This
Item 2.
one is a bucket.
Is this a bucket?
This one is a bucket. Wait,
Incorrect.
what?
It is a 3D printed recreation of a bucket, not an actual bucket.
That pisses me off. So it's the third bucket that's an actual bucket.
Item 3. Is this a bucket?
Yes.
Correct.
Yes.
This is a bucket.
Okay, so what's next?
Item 4. Is this a bucket?
No.
Correct. This is a tractor and not a bucket. To be honest, I just sort of put this one in here as a gimme, but I was starting to get concerned that even this might be too much for you. Thank you for not making me look like an idiot. Okay,
welcome.
next one.
The next one is a tractor, but
Is this a bucket?
pretty sure that he says it is a bucket.
Correct. This is a bucket.
I'm not sure how, but he says it's a bucket.
Item 6. Is this a bucket?
Yes.
Trick question. Both. Gotcha.
It is and isn't a bucket. Okay, whatever.
Item... Wait, hold on. I can't find the next one. Let me see. It should be around here somewhere. Yes, thank you. There's nothing here. Of course it isn't a bucket. We both know full well that nothing isn't a bucket. Wait,
When I say nothing isn't a bucket, that makes it sound like I'm saying everything is a bucket, which of course is not true. Unless, is that what you think? Answer me straight, Stanley. Are you trying to tell me that you believe everything is a bucket?
No.
You know what? I'm too confused to even sort it out. I've lost all sense of perspective. What is a bucket? What isn't a bucket? Mere moments ago I could answer these questions with confidence. And yet now I'm somewhat adrift. Do any of us know what a bucket is? Am I a bucket?
Yes.
Stanley, I can't keep doing this. I'm losing myself, and myself was all I ever had to begin with. I'm afraid the bucket is threatening to tear our relationship apart.
Wait,
I can't have
mean?
that. I'm sorry. But I'm going to erase all buckets from the game entirely. Okay, here we go.
No, I thought by answering everything correctly it would, like, you know, give me a different
What happened?
ending. But nope,
Is everything
somehow I
gone?
still ended up with the same
Why did
one.
everything disappear? Wait, was everything a bucket?
Yes.
Every single thing in the game was a bucket.
Everything.
My God, I had no idea. How could... Except me.
Why does my microphone
I'm
smell
not
like
a
syrup?
bucket after all. And you, Stanley,
I'm sorry,
you're
y'all
still
didn't
here.
even know that.
You're not a bucket either. Oh, this is wonderful news. We're not buckets.
I would say that's good
Yes,
news.
I actually feel much more at ease right now. It's delightful to get some clarity on that issue, but it doesn't change the fact that we haven't got a game. So,
Yeah,
tell
it
you
really
what,
doesn't, but
I'll reset everything and we'll put back all of the buckets, okay?
okay.
And
that's a
we'll
good
know
idea.
that it's all a bucket. But if you run into anyone else, maybe don't mention that. Who
I
knows
wanna
what that
mention that.
information might do to a person? All right, here we go.
Okay, well, I guess we're really just exploring endings we've
All of
already
his
gotten.
co-workers
okay.
were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Hey. How do I get back there? There was a person
Stanley
back there.
cradled the bucket in a gentle embrace.
That was new.
Protective, yet
How do you get
delicate.
back there?
Assertive, yet compassionate.
Damn it. Maybe you have to go back?
Stanley pressed the bucket upon every little thing in the office. Nothing responded to the bucket's touch, but it did little to discourage Stanley's belief in the magic of the bucket.
Hold on. One of these guys has to open up, right?
Stanley clicked on literally every single door in the office because he doesn't pick up well on cues from his environment.
No, one of these has to open. One of these has to open from it. I'm telling you, one of them has to open. I need to get in there.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
One of these is gonna open, because I have the bucket.
And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room? Yes, Stanley thought to himself. Yes, perhaps it truly was.
I was really hoping there was
How
something back there that I
insightful
just
the bucket turned
haven't
out to
known
be.
about.
No, never mind. The bucket was wrong.
One of these
Stanley
is
took
gonna
the
work.
door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
Nope.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift.
One of these is gonna work one of these times. My question is there like a key card? Let's look it up. Let's see. Let's see. Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe keycard. You can jump off of. Okay, well, from what I can see, there's no key card in the game. Okay, let's see. We'll just go over here, I guess.
Good,
So,
said the bucket.
what
Now
I can,
ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you
what
to
I
do.
can tell, there's
Stanley
nothing.
did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It
You know
should have
what?
alarmed him, of
I've
course,
never
because
gone up
buckets
here
can't
without
talk.
the bucket.
But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was
Well, no,
firmly
we're gonna do-
convinced
we're
that the
going
bucket
down.
had spoken to him.
But Stanley feared that any path he walked might lead to the separation of himself and the bucket, his dearest friend. So he threw
wanna
himself
try
to his
that
death, that they might
without the
die in one
bucket,
another's
just to
arms.
see
How deeply
what happens.
touching.
Because I've never gone. Oh. Okay.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
You know, what if this was the time that the bucket actually opens the shit?
Standing now in this incredible
I'd be
room,
pissed off.
Stanley for the first, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Alright, fine. Maybe. No.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
It really is.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not.
Don't worry, bro. We
I
good.
realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time.
I mean, yeah, but
There's
like...
someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about.
What do you mean?
Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me. This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
What do you mean she's been waiting? No, I've never actually answered the phone.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this. To reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
Okay, I guess. The first time I just plugged it. 427.
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you? I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
Okay.
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
Oh.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
Uh-huh.
Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly
you know
what he's told
He's making
to
me do his job.
Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life. But in his mind, he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown.
I don't like how he's making me do his job.
Fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
Mm-hmm.
And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly.
Okay.
So he went further. He imagined that he came to two open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold. As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable. It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time.
Okay, he's describing exactly
But
how.
there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one.
I don't like how he's
And I'm
describing
trying to
how I
tell
feel
him
playing this game.
that in this world he can never be anything but an observer. That as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he
What
won't
happens if I
listen
just
to
don't
me.
press the
He
key?
won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
Okay, I ain't doing it. We ain't doing it. I swear, if it just makes me do it, I'm not gonna be happy. I'm not doing it. It seems that either it takes forever or it just is gonna make you do it. Okay, fine. So I'm gonna press every button before N.
You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
I want to question things. Fine.
I suppose I can't, not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button.
Please die. What? Okay then. Okay, well, that was an ending, so I guess it's probably a good time to go ahead and end the video. I'm gonna look up and see like how we get into those rooms where I saw that person for the next video. And then I'm also, for the next video, we're also gonna go back to the time skip button so that I can figure out what happens if I just don't stop pressing the button. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you guys maybe subscribe. I don't know, maybe if you want to, just go ahead and hit that button. You can dislike it too, that's alright. I don't even know if I can see the numbers. I don't think I can see the numbers for some reason. But yeah, hope you guys enjoy, and I'll see you next time. Bye.